Oh boy, what a season. So game adaptations have been rather hit and miss, with live action being mostly misses, with most recently we had Halo and Resident Evil. Halo, which could be classed as pretty much a hate crime against Halo game players, but with Last of Us now over, I can say that Season 1 at least is up there with the pantheon of greats, such as Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the recent Sonic movies, Arcane, and also the Castlevania show. Now, the show pushed infected attacks away, save for special moments, and focused on what this story is really about: the human reaction to a grim, dark survival, and a father looking for a second chance, or having one thrust upon him. Seeing Joel and Ellie left for dead their way, killing multiple infected, would lessen the tension. Think the shift in tone from unstoppable juggernaut in Alien to the countless mowdown in Aliens. Yes, I absolutely adore both, but this means human stories are greatly expanded upon and given us highlights, such as the episode 3 with Bill and Frank being one of the greatest pieces of television ever made. We were treated to flashbacks of the immunized kind of outbreak and the fall of humanity, which I would love to see explored more in an anthology series. The story is largely the same, but characters, like I said, are fleshed out, given more nuance and motivation, such as Henry's story matching Joel's and somewhat the end, and of course we had many others as well, with Kathleen being introduced. Now, I really think that elevates the story, and saving the clickers and the infected and the bloaters and the like, I think they did a really good job with that. The changes are, I think, made to help adapt the game to the small screen, or, well, the same screen, you just change AV on your control. The story is, of course, like, rather simple, like most great stories are. Just look at Avatar 1 and 2. A father who lost his daughter is tasked with helping an immune young girl across the country so a cure can be made. I really enjoyed the formula of a new settlement or villain each week. However, that's where my major criticism of this lies. Now, Melanie Linsky, I think she's great in Yellow Jackets, but unfortunately here she was severely miscast, and the actor who played David, while good, didn't hit the level of the other actors in the show and didn't have the menace he had in the game. Melanie's character is new to the show and just doesn't feel scary. It's giving B-Tech Dolores Umbridge. David also feels rushed, and perhaps his settlement and story would have been better suited to the two-parter, and maybe let's lump a few episodes on here so we can expand things a bit more. That said, I did have incredibly high standards, because not only is this my favourite game franchise, or one of them of all time, Halo, they're taking the top spot amongst Half-Life, so I could be nitpicking here, and I have incredibly high standards for HBO, having just binged White Lotus Season 1 and 2. Sopranos is one of my favourite shows of all time, and, well, they very rarely miss. The game never delved too deep into the people Joel and Ellie visited, and the show did start heavily expanding on that, as I said. But as the show went on, it did start to become a sort of shot-for-shot remake and didn't dive too much into stuff. I think that started around episode 7, so 7, 8, and 9 were pretty much the same. I wouldn't mind that for a show like Halo, which is action and we want to see the beats, and there's not really too much you can expand upon, but hey, Paramount did, and it was absolute trash. But as a lore fiend, give me more of this world. It's what drew me to reading The Walking Dead in the first place. Robert Kirkman said that this is what happens when the cameras stop rolling. This is the never-ending story for zombies. But that issued that kind of thing for constant simplistic drama and non-stop zombie hordes. But again, I wouldn't have such high demands if the show wasn't so damn good, and I was loving each week. This is the new gold standard for video game adaptations. The main show, that is, the main game. Edgerunners, of course, being the best animated one. a show even my mother is texting me after each episode, hyped AF. That's the real testament here. It got many non-gamers to experience a landmark narrative, roadblocked only for gamers, and games are the only medium I can think of that roadblocks you if you're just not good at games and things like that, or you're just not into it. Of course they have story mode and whatever, but you get my point. Edge Runners got us playing Cyberpunk again. The Last of Us got non-gamers to experience the world we've loved for oh my god, I feel old. But I don't give scores, but I probably would. This would be a 9.5 out of 10 if I did. God help the actress who is cast to play Abby. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below and do subscribe with notifications on if you want more from us. I'll see you soon and goodbye.